This is the Mercedes EQB, a 7-seater EV. Soon more to this more dark and sinister look. We also have another vehicle here for you today, the EQB in rose gold. Whoa, that is something special. Yeah, ever since Apple launched that iPhone with the rose gold, everyone is going rose gold. But for an exterior of the vehicle, what do you think? Tell me in the comments. I think for the EQB here, it's doubtful, but maybe you love it. Tell me in the comments. Stick with this one here for a second. This is also the AMG line. EQB means the electrified GLB. They also use the same platform. In the front, however, we have this panel grille all blacked out. Multi-beam LED, they're directly standard, and also the light strip here goes all around the vehicle. So that looks quite impressive. Even more impressive in the side, because we have huge wheels. And here they are, really looks massive, 20-inch wheels. 18 would be the minimum, 20-inch here the maximum. It looks like a small GLS here with this graphic, and the GLB, the combustion engine model, and here the EQB. They look pretty much the same here in the side profile. 4.68 meters or 184 inches is the length, and that means it's a little bit longer than the GLB. And that rear light strip here that goes all around the rear is the reason that it's a little bit longer than the GLB, because with the light right here, they had to move the bumper a little bit more down below. And here you can see the reason why the overhang is different here. This is the GLB with the number plate inside the rear hatch. And here with the EQB, they wanted this light strip to go all over the vehicle for this electric look. And then they moved the front bumper here and then the number plate in the lower area and made it a little bit wider. And that's why it's a little bit longer on paper, but the wheelbase doesn't change. And for some variation, these are the 19-inch wheels here at the rose gold vehicle. And interesting, by the way, when the light comes from the top, look at that here, the light mirroring here, the play, really interesting in that rear hatch. Flipping the logo, opening the electric hatch. And this one here is about 1,710 liters maximum. That's just a little bit less than with the combustion engine. Here the width of 1 meter or 40 inches, and the normal trunk length is about 35 inches or a little bit less than 90 centimeters. And the overall height here is of course pretty cool. This one here, 30 inches or a little bit less than 80 centimeters. Already folded 1/2 of that. And when you put up the 6th and the 7th seat, like, no, better the other half, right? That's easier to do. Yeah, live fail. Here we go, and then just a little bit of a trunk remains. Yes, it's not an own EV platform, but still an electric 7-seater, and only the Tesla Model X is offering that at the moment, for example, but of course at a different price. Soft materials at the inside of the doors here, that really feels very well, but it's totally artificial also, but they're high grade. Then you can see here a lot of legroom in the rear seats, and you can also move that rear bench. You can see here the right one, I've already set a little bit more forward. It's always a lot of fun, I can promise you. Going here, and the kids will love it. And do like a sleigh ride here in the back. So, and as I said, here on this part, this is how I could still sit here as a tall adult. When the bench is forward, this will play a role for the 3rd seating row. But if I set it to the back position, I have a lot of legroom left and headroom also, no problem at all. 1.86 m or 6'1". And then you can also slide this one forward to access the 6th and the 7th seat. It's, yeah, it's not too big there. Jonas can take a look at that. Here we go. And now the question is, can I fit behind that? Of course, you can imagine that will be a little bit tricky, and I smell the time codes coming. Thomas in the 3rd seating row at time code. Feel free to put that in the comments. Here we go. Squeeze myself in there. Can I fit behind this one? Yeah, barely, not really. So no. So when I'm here at the 3rd seating row, I could not be in the 2nd seating row, so that doesn't work. However, they thought about ISOFIX in the back part, so at least you can install some child seats here. Now let's take a look at the front interior. Where's the door handle? There it is. An Artico insert in the middle. This is really such a high grade leatherette quality, really awesome. And the cylindrical look right here, EQB entry badge, and this is the AMG line. For example, you have the AMG floor mats. Then you also have the perforated side here, but the base steering wheel can also be gotten without an animal skin wrap, by the way. And the seats, in this case, also the optional animal skin package, but the AMG line would usually come with microfiber on the inside and then the red on the outside. And there are also full Artico seats, so the same look, same quality, but animal-free, available in different colors. Now taking a seat, and that's the cool thing about the EQB, it's not a big SUV on the outside, but on the inside it already feels quite grown up. Here the steering wheel easily movable, very smooth process. That's what I like about a high quality experience in the vehicle. And I mean, everything is right there where it is. Zoom more to the screens and so on. Upright, comfortable seating position, that's the best thing about the GLB. The interior is defined here by these turbine vents. Special with the EQB is here this background illuminated structure right there. You see a little bit of the lighting. That's, I think, beautifully done and unique to the electric version. Here the same as we know from the compact Mercedes vehicles, also combustion engine. Started with a 7-inch screen on the left and on the right, optional a 10.25-inch on the right like this, or optional, or standard in some markets. Here, there we go, 2 times 10.25-inch. New York is on the radio. Here, middle console, you can slide it open, cup holders, USB-C connection. Then this pad here can be used to control the touchscreens as well as an alternative. And some space here with 2 more USB-C chargers only, not for the Android Auto or CarPlay connection. Magic hands into the screen from a passenger side. Yeah, usually it wouldn't be a good idea. Here, with the left thumb, you control the digital instruments and also can change different stylings. For example, also a sporty style. So actually very clear to read here. This is the cruise control. And on the right side, volume control, that's handy to use it. And I still like to have these manual buttons and not the new capacitive buttons we know from the E-Class, S-Class and so on. Whew, good that we have them. Then on the right side, well, this is the one capacitive thing, but that's working quite well. Right side here, control the same central infotainment screen, but you can of course also do that here just manually with the touch screen then. Here we go, not the best internet connection here, but the map actually does the job. This is the home menu. And then what's else interesting, you do have a full seat massage here, but the seat kinetics, then you can activate it and then the seat is changing a little bit and trying to relieve some stress of your body. And there's the EQ menu, and here you can, for example, search for charging stations. And there's the optional head-up display heading right there with the assistance system view to the rose gold vehicle. Hey, we didn't talk to the car yet. Hey Mercedes.
How can I help?
Drive me to Hamburg.
Here is what I found. Where do you want to go?
So there we go.
Let's go.
GPS. Yeah. Hey, she said, let's go. Awesome. Hey, Mercedes.
How can I help?
I love you.
I'm sorry. Can you say that again, please?
I love you.
I'm sorry, but I can't help you with it right now.
Yeah, always the same with the girls. One more interior right here. Well, we had a rant about the exterior of the rose gold, but what's cool is that they have fitting interior. That's very well done. Even if it's unique, of course, but here that it's a fitting air vent color and it really fits, to the exterior color. And also the interior of the seat. And this is here a breathable fabric. And on the outside, this is then again man-made leather. So this is Artico or MBUX. And then once again, a very high quality, so you wouldn't feel or see a difference. That's how it's done. So very cool combination. And here under the hood, you can see it's not an own EV platform. A lot of space in here still. Electric motor, either just in the front or all-wheel drive. One in the front, one in the rear. Then 270 horsepower for today. But even the all-wheel drive model then has the stronger electric motor in the front, so it will still be front-wheel biased somewhat. The battery size is 66.5 net kilowatt hours, and that means a projected range of around 400 kilometers or 250 miles. And recharging is 11 kilowatt AC and 100 kilowatt DC. 100 is not too much, however, they are stressing that the charging curve is held quite steadily, so you have this 100 kilowatt over a longer period of time at the respective charger. And also the GPS system works in a way that it really accounts to what makes most sense as for, the kilometers or mileage of the route, and also about the charging station, and then automatically calculates the best way for you time-wise. And now to our conclusion for today, here I am. So would you go for this color or more the typical sportier, darker styling here with the black and the AMG styling. Well, the GLB does look quite similar, and you also use the same platform. So one thing about the EQB is it's nothing super new, super special. However, you do get a 7-seater electric vehicle and also in an SUV form, and is very well usable on the interior and also the user interface. It's not playing around too much. It has everything you need basically, and will also be cheaper than some of the other premium EV SUVs, and that's what's making it so special. So it doesn't have like this biggest news worth, but if you look at the facts and figures, the range is also quite promising. Not too big, but also not too small. It's more like, let's say, an average premium SUV, but that's also what's making it so good, because so many people will be able to use the potential of this vehicle. And also the GLB so far had the best price-performance ratio at Mercedes almost overall, and the same will also account here for the EQB. Only that because of the battery pack and the lower area of the car, this looks off-roadish, but because of the lower center of gravity, with the EV mode, with the EV styling of the car, this will be more fun to drive than the combustion engine model, and we're looking forward to that. Tune in when we go for that one.